the all the pieces of the machine or something like that.
Something like that. Machine, right? Like the infrastructure. The building on the foundation, which is secure.
Each one of us really finding out how we can function, how I can function. What's the best way to do things, and it's a simple process to me. That's all.
But it's not coming from the government. It's not coming from the education.
No,
not coming from the media.
It has to come from the grassroots people. It has to come from people.
Yeah,
the thing is, if I have the desire to do it properly, I'm still just one person, right? So the thing is, I'm doing what I see as a method that could be easily applied collectively without any form of structure.
What's its purpose?
Well, basically, we're just taking over. We're taking over our lives. We're taking over our food supply. We're taking over how we function with one another. We don't have to use their monetary system amongst ourselves at all. We're just right past all that shit now.
Yeah, but what about rent demands and all this?
Well, the thing is, we all we all understand what it is we're up against. The monetary and the property and the ownership and everything else. The claim of it doesn't matter. We've all heard it before. But okay, so we just have a different philosophy. We don't claim any land. That's all. We don't own any property. But we're here willing to be the caretakers of it. And we'd be quite good caretakers if we were allowed.
But look at the example. Look at the example of people who came in to look after, what they called savages.
Yeah, no,
and said,
look at where we are now. We're in a mess as a result of a lot of things that went down in the past.
Yeah.
Who are you going to blame? So the thing is, why bother? Okay, here we are. We can see that this hasn't worked, and what is it that is going to work? That's going to work for everybody, and we can get along with one another and share instead of bomb. That's up to each one of us to start doing it with each other. But be conscious of the whole world and the mess it's in, and how it is that each one of us is playing a part of it. We're tied into it. It's almost forced upon you. So it is, indoctrinated and conditioned right from the beginning. Watch your pennies.
So what we're doing, we're being forced to do it. By that establishment that is the vested interest in keeping it the way it is.
Well, now that we know what a crocket is, the thing is, we're not as forced as we think we are. There's a lot we can do. That we're not stopped from doing.
Yeah.
And pretty, it wouldn't be long before we wouldn't need to have anything from that.
Yeah.
or be a service and a janitor to their office towers. All the organization and waste and numbers rackets that we got, insurance companies, and all this nonsense that has got nothing to do with the work that needs to be done. They don't know anything about what needs to be done or what is going on down at the base. So, but they're making all the decisions. Well, not anymore. Okay, this is where we take on the authority ourselves and say, okay, I could swear about it, but I don't need the government. I'm the government. I'm going to decide now what it is I'm going to do. And I'll make up my own rules. And I'll be a dictator.
Yeah.
But I don't need all the scales and everything else. I just we're taking care of each other, and we're doing what we can for the poor people that are supporting all this stuff. Who are getting abused for it too. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm working on an idea that through agriculture that we can take back the control over the land, and not that we want to take control over anything, but to make sure that it's being we're taking good care of it, and we eat and producing our food.
Yeah, well, I think
And
you're a great example. That you got quite the garden here.
There's a lot of interesting things that go on in the garden, so it covers lots,
So what are the problems that you see?
mostly it's right now for my situation. I got so much work I could do. I just don't have the energy to do it all. But there's lots of things that have been opened up to me to use, property to use and to do things on. But I don't have the people to work on what we can do on them.
Look, the way I'm seeing it, it seems like the people are all tied up in getting by in the system. I have no background
well
for the agriculture anymore.
Well, what I'm doing is I get involved myself on the properties and do some work on it, and kind of like see what like needs to be done, and take care of the immediate damages and stuff to trees and so forth that need to be attended to, and then go there and do work every once in a while when I've got time for that place or this place or another place.
Yeah, and you got a blog.
Yeah, I got a blog. I'm working on about a dozen places right now. Anyway, at least.
What's your blog called?
OccupationAppleTree.com.
Louis Lesosky, One Earth Communications. Today's message.